Welcome back. For future reference, any viewers, I will not advertise your TF2 trading, gambling site, whatever. Anyways. Alright. So hanging gardens are now done. This provides a free garden, i.e. the one that is unlocked at Theology, so that's even better. However, my other cities, not him because he does not have fresh water, but this one and this one will still need to build gardens. Anyways, that's an insane amount of food now. While I still have this insane amount of food, I want to basically... I don't know. I could either work a lot of food right now and grow ludicrously, or I could keep working this production. I might do the production because it's just really useful. Apparently I never built a library in Babylon either. Man, what am I doing? Alright, so we're gonna have to build a library in Babylon real quick. Let's see. I will go ahead and make roads right here along these hills. I like the roads in rough terrain, so that way they, in the case there's a military conflict, it will help me. It will help my troops navigate the rough terrain better because not every troop moves like a scout. All right, so I think I am going to keep working this, maybe for 1 or 2 more citizens, and then I'll start working food tiles. This is a pretty good food tile. This is pretty good. And then these farms will end up being pretty good. But I just need to actually make them into existence first. Meanwhile, this city is good. I'm going to go ahead and also make farms right here and perhaps improve the sugar. By improving the sugar, I can get... by improving the sugar, I can trade it away. I have 8 happiness right now, but maybe by trading away sugar, I could get 12. And also, I'll eventually expand to Old Faithful, and that'd be 3 more happiness. All of this happiness is such that I can grow the city of Babylon to an insane amount. Alright, so Wittenberg. My scout just found a Wittenberg swordsman. This is really important because city-states, I don't know why, city-states love to have natural wonders inside their borders. So let's go down here and see if we can find one. It isn't a huge chance, but it's pretty good. Because I am going to eventually improve the sugar, but here's my thought process. I do not need the sugar immediately, right? I have 8 happiness. I'm going to move here, make this a farm, and then go improve the sugar. The farm will be more immediately useful to me than the sugar, and they will both have the same long-term effect. So, which is growing my civ. So I'm going to make this farm first. Let's say the sugar was here, and then the farm tile would have been right there. I probably would have done it the other way. I'm just being a bit more efficient with my movement. Alright, this guy, you can work on making roads. Normally you can do route 2 and you can basically click the tile you want to go, which is there. However, the game glitches and it doesn't really choose the best way a lot of the time. So I only do it 1 tile in front of me at a time. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before. So this guy is only going to make a road here. If I tried to make a road here, it would really glitch out and go super far away, but there's no room for error when it's just 1 space in front of you. It actually is pretty important that I'm working this library right now. So I'm glad I'm doing that. Alright, let's check for natural wonders. Nope, none. Wittenberg might not have it. 19 turns, it's because it's a marsh. Ideally you would not be settling in jungles and marshes, but I didn't really have a lot of city spots, so I have to. While jungles and marshes, they don't really influence where I settle personally besides my main capital city. Maybe my second city, but my main capital city I would really prefer to not settle in jungles and marshes because they take a long time to improve the resources and it really sets you behind. The rest of my cities, it's kind of okay. These dyes are going to give me 4 happiness, which is good. Kept my expansion promise. So if you remember a long time ago, Shoshone was like, don't settle near me. It's one of the very few diplomatic things in this game where they don't dislike you, where they lose the disliking of you after a while. Alright, so this, I should have switched this a while ago, but there's a 3 food 1 tile here. This the 2 extra granny smiths are worth way more than this 2 gold in the long run, so I'm going to actually start working that instead. Even though I'm not working this dies with a citizen, I still get the happiness for it when I improve it. Okay, let's check right here first, and then we'll come back around. Nope, nothing. Alright, so this library is now done in this city. I'll go ahead and have the city make a workboat. Do I have, I do not have optics. I'll go ahead and have the city make a workboat so I can get the pearls. Pretty much the only resources that I actually, me personally, tend to improve with workboats are pearls and crabs. I do not improve fish, and I guess oil as well. I don't know, sometimes I do oil. I do not improve fish. Workboats are extremely costly. This is going to be 13 turns of production just for one luxury resource, so it's a lot of my time and my production towards this. So I don't tend to really build them that well. However, this tile really won't be useful until I research optics and then build a lighthouse, which is going to give all of these sea tiles plus 1 food, and then it's also, let's see, it's going to give sea resources, i.e. my pearls, plus 1 production. And then if it were a fish, it would give it plus 1 food. But it's not a fish. So this is going to become a 2-1-2 tile, and then once I put the workboat on it, I believe the workboat gives it more gold. Not quite certain. Looks like the Maya only have these 3 cities. Kind of awkward. Oh, there goes the religion. Probably Brazil? Yep, Buddhism. Okay, so this actually kind of extends a little bit. I hopefully can find something over here. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, Babylon just grew, so I have it on production focus like I said last time, so it will default here. I actually am going to leave it on this tile though. It's the best tile I can currently work, and then I might reassign once this farm is done, which would be 2 turns, but for the sake of efficiency. So that's annoying. There's a missionary right here. However, luckily I can move here and just continue the road process, and I won't really lose any time. Since I want a road on an exact tile, I can't have 2 citizens on the same tile, no matter what they are. So, this city's, its borders grew to these cows. The 2 food is worth way more than this 1 hammer and 3 gold. And it won't delay my library, so I'm going to do it. I was just checking just now to see if it would, and it won't. This, however, will delay, so I'm not going to, I'm going to continue working this hill until the library is done, and then I'll reassign. Meanwhile, this city, it's working a 1-1. That's okay. That's basically the best tile I have right now. Once the marsh is cleared, I'll probably reassign it to right here. Shoshone has some troops on my border. I basically kind of just have to hope that he won't kill me. In fact, I might pay someone to go kill him.
Olá?
He'll probably say no, though.
Por favor.
Nope.
Tá aqui uma Dambidere. Kudas.
So he will do it. It will cost me an arm and a leg, though.
Nanangahei.
Cost me 8 happiness, which I do not have. However, I don't have any military at all besides this 1 scout. So it might be a necessary evil. Let's go ahead and have him kill Brazil and see what
Tá
happens.
aqui uma Dambidere. No
Now,
Kliangahik.
it might be like, are you helping him by giving him these resources?
Nanangahik.
Yes, but he's Deity, so he was already going to have this help anyways. So let's do
Ha.
it. Now that he's attacking Brazil, he should hopefully not come and attack me. I'm a bit unhappy, but I should get these dies up momentarily. Alright. There still could be a natural wonder. I'm optimistic. Alright, I guess not. Okay, so now that that's done in this city... Well, first let's get happy real quick. Alright, now we're happy. We want to work as much food as possible and grow. So we're going to reassign these tiles to here. That's fine, you can stay there. We're going to work as much food as we possibly can. Let's go ahead and get this granary, I think. Or do I want a watermill? I think I want both, but let's get the watermill first because it's also production. Alright, so now we're going to work on a road to here. And I can finish tradition now, which now gives my city free aqueducts, i.e. when it grows, it doesn't immediately start back at the beginning of 0 food. It keeps like, I think like 40% of the food that it would take to grow. So let's see. This city, it takes 82 apples. I don't know if you can see the 2.85 divided by 82. It takes 82 apples to grow. Whatever. I don't know what the exact number is. Let me double check before I start spouting wrong information. Yes, 40%. So whatever 40% of 80 is, after I grew, that is what would be carried over. Or I guess in the next case it wouldn't be, I don't quite know if it's before or after. Like if it's 40% of what you just grew to, or if it's 40% of what you're about to grow to once you grow. I don't quite know which one it is. I just know it's 40% of something. Anyways, the city is almost done with its caravan. Pretty good. I think something of interest that I probably need to work on soon is making roads here. I don't really have enough workers though, so I might want to consider making a 5th worker. And I think I will do that. Okay, cool. So I just got a Wheel of the King Day. Wasn't really planning around that, it just happened to work out, which was nice. Basically that's just this city will artificially grow faster because it's in a Wheel of the King Day. Alright, so I could make more farms here. Do I want to make it here, or do I want to make it here? Well, I want to make it here because I eventually want to get to that tile, because a plains farm is typically a lot better than it's a 3-1 tile instead of a 4 tile, which I just personally like for the production. I think it is pretty noticeable. Alright, so this city just grew now. Let's have you work this deer tile, so that way we keep growing. I am losing quite a bit of money, so that's something I might need to eventually consider. However, these city connections should hopefully help with that. We're going to have this guy probably work on a road up here in case we do need to go to Shoshone. And I think the best way to do that is to basically have my roads go through as much rough terrain as possible. So for example, if I had it come here, that would basically be a direct shot, and it would go through these 3 forests. So I think I'm going to do that. Also might be of interest to me to put it through this hill, but I'm not going to do that, it's too roundabout. I want it basically the least amount of roads I can get while being through the most amount of rough terrain. Okay, so now I am unhappy again, which is no bueno, because now that I'm unhappy, I'm growing at 4th of the normal speed. I think ultimately what I'm going to have to do is probably trade this caravan with Zanzibar so I can get influence. The food I will get by feeding Babylon is negligible compared to the food I'll get from being happy, and so I unfortunately am going to have to do that. Ideally, I would be able to feed Babylon and be happy, but I can't have my cake and eat it too, so I'm going to trade with Zanzibar right now. Okay, let's make a road up to here. So, now it comes to the debate, do I want to make the road go into this grassland or go into this plains? It does not really matter. I personally am just going to make it into this grassland, because if for some reason I were to be attacked this way, it would be harder for them to pillage it if it was here instead of here. But it does not really matter. That's like a 1 in a million scenario. Alright, so I should get happy now, and apparently I'm also becoming Catholic. Let's go down here, look for more natural wonders that probably aren't down here. And we'll trade with Zanzibar. This also sort of fixes my gold dilemma, which is nice. Okay, caravan is done. Let's get a, probably a worker now. What about you? Can you make me a worker? No. So I can make the National College now. The libraries are done in all these cities. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this watermill because it is +1 production, and then work on my National College, which is 22 turns. Meanwhile, this city, I have the option of building a stable. Because I have more than one resource that is affected by it, I have, let's see, these 2 cattle immediately. I also can grow to these sheep. And I think that's it. I'm going to do it. So if you think about it, it costs 150 hammers to make, and then it gives +1 production. So if there's one resource and it exists for 150 turns, it does pay for itself in that way. I don't think that's a good way to look at it, however, because early game hammers are a lot more worth it because you want to get these cumulative advantages over the whole game. So if it's only one resource, I tend to not to build a stable. However, since it's going to be 3, I'm going to without a doubt build this stable now. And we'll give a hammer here, and a hammer here. That's 3 hammers over the course of the game. That's going to be really good. You might be asking, why did I just do that? I don't know, that's just how I like to do it. Alright, this video should be done now. Next time we'll complete the road here. We made Shoshone attack Brazil. Not that anything's going to happen out of it. Brazil, like, they have Wellington right in the way. Brazil has the Great Wall. Nothing's going to happen. Really, the reason I did this is that way Shoshone wouldn't attack me. And I might honestly even have Shoshone attack the Maya soon. However, I'm not quite sure about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyways, thanks for watching.